So we back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with the best big man animations. Now, for the best big man animations, today we gonna be talking about 6'10" and up. Now we went over the guards, we went over the swings. This is gonna be a recap. We went over a lot of the different things I'm gonna go over in this video, but this is all gonna be in one dedicated video for the big man. I don't know what I just said, but one dedicated video for the big man. So anything that you're thinking of for 6'10" and up is gonna be in this video. You think about jump shots, you think about layups, you think about motion styles, it don't really matter. The only thing I really didn't go over that I really need to get in on is the post animations, but I don't want to do a misinformed part for that. So I'm gonna try to make sure I get that ready for the next time I do one of these for y'all boys. But with that being said, that's gonna be pretty much the video. We're gonna go over everything you need and more for big man in terms of animations. Y'all do want more of these, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff out the way. No more talking, let's hop into it. Alright, now we got the best big man jump shots. Be honest, it's not that many I'm gonna go over. It's either gonna be high, it's gonna be in the middle, it's gonna be the best. Let's get into it. So, best base in the game, most popular base for a reason. Everybody be in the comments, but bro, I don't know how you don't like Jonathan Isaac. It's not that I don't like Jonathan Isaac. It's just that I rather use other jump shots. It's inconsistent for me. The shot visual cue for me, I don't personally like. It's growing on me because I'm using it more because it's just what it is. But for the most part, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's not for me. It's not the best jump shot to me. That's the best way to say it. It's the best, not the best jump shot, not the best base to me. Jonathan Isaac though, PJ Tucker, Mike Muscala, very quick. Now, this one is a little tough because I don't know. Sometimes I be 60-40, sometimes I be 75-25, but every single one of the jump shots I'm gonna show you guys with 60-40 PJ Tucker, but it's either gonna be 60-40 or 75-25. I think y'all should tweak that one depending on how you like to be real, but I do go push. Now, the other one, MPJ. This, in my opinion, is the best one for bigs, but it is higher rating. Jonathan Isaac is 73, MPJ is 85, so I can understand that. But PJ Tucker, Mike Muscala, push 60-40, max release speed. It's that simple. Then you got low. This is gonna be the Bismack Biyombo. If you just catching and shooting, not doing much else, I think this is fine. But look at the rating, literally the same. It's the same. It's pretty much the same rating. So if you really do love Jonathan Isaac, just go Jonathan Isaac. It's that simple. PJ Tucker, Mike Muscala, you're going to see that consistency. I'm going to explain it at the end. KD, you got KD, push, max release speed, 60-40. You see how the requirement, it is the highest requirement out of any of these. So the least likely one for people to put on, especially with bigs, because, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I see a lot of people getting really high mid-range and 3-ball on their bigs, so maybe. But yeah, KD is the last but not least. It is very good, but I would recommend any of the other three personally. Now, with that being said, the reason why I did go with the same releases on all of them, because there is a lot of crossover in this game, and it's very important to have your shot down, whether it's your standstill or your fade. And the releases is the one thing that carry over every single time. So if you have the same releases across your jump shots, you're not going to really have to keep tweaking. Maybe you got to get used to the jump shot, but you don't have to get back used to the fade, because the fade is going to be pretty much the same no matter what if you have the same releases. That's simple. Now, another thing is when you do the release speed, when you tweak that a little bit, you slow it down, you spread the green window out. So what does that do? That makes the green window bigger. You speed it up, this green window gets thinner because the jump shot is faster. It's kind of simple. But there is a heavy medium. You don't want to go very slow because, yeah, I have a bigger green window, but your jump shot will be slow. Bigger green window, but your jump shot will be slow. So it's a heavy medium on how you want to do it. At the end of the day, it's on you how you want to do it, preference and all that type stuff. But yeah, those are the best jump shots in the game for big men in NBA 2K26. All right, so let's get into the best big man shot creator animations. When it comes to the best go-to shots for bigs, it comes down to Pascal Siakam and Kevin Durant. Don't really have that much to work with in my opinion. These are the two best ones, but I do like the fact that they did give y'all like the post go-to shot for the big, because that's really gonna be a big man thing. But I do see a lot of swings using that, so that's kind of funny. But yeah, you can go with the KD or the Pascal. I would probably more so go with the KD more than the Pascal, but it's really on you at that point. Next is the dribble pull-ups. Now, and the first time I did this was another big reason why I want to update this. The best one in the game is normal 2. I was kind of like normal 2 is just not as good, but they just swapped it. I think the one that was going right last year is now going left, and the one that was going left last year is now going right. Still pretty much the same thing. So normal 2 is still pretty good. You got other stuff like John Collins, Taylor Hendricks, Chet Holmgren, Michael Porter Jr., but number 2, in my opinion, is the one I would recommend the most for dribble pull-ups in terms of bigs. So yeah, next is the spin jumpers. If you are a big, you want to do spin jumpers, just go ahead and just drop it, bro. You don't really got much to work with. Dirk Nowitzki is the best one you really got to work with. Normal probably is up there, to be real, because it actually has a lot of normal stuff in it. But it's just not that good. That's the only thing. It's just not that good. So, I guess you could say normal or Dirk, but yeah, the spin jumpers for bigs just not that good. Being real. Next is the hop jumpers. Being real, you got the regular hop jumpers in the game. So, you got the Jokic's, you got the Dirks, you got the Siakams. Julius Randle actually not that bad of a hop jumper, to be real. But if I'm gonna be honest, I gotta say Siakam. If you want to do like a regular step back, Siakam got it. If you want to be able to shoot off of it at a really high rate, have consistency, Dirk Nowitzki got it. If you want the one-legged, throw defenders off, really fast hop jumper, Jokic, you got it. Those are the ones I personally would recommend the most. Number 2 is actually really good still this year, especially if you want to dribble off of it and stuff like that. But yeah, those are the hop jumpers I personally recommend if we talking about big man animations. All right, next is the big man dribble animations. Now, when it comes to best dribble animations for big man, we got Giannis. Giannis is the best dribble style in the game for bigs. It's not really much to talk about. If you get anything below a 55 speed ball, good luck. It's that simple. You don't really want to use anything else. Being real though, yeah, nah. I'm really looking at these because Wemby is the same. Paolo actually is okay. So if maybe you have, for whatever reason, you have a 50 and you don't have a 55, Paolo is actually not bad. But Giannis is by far the best one in the game for bigs, in my opinion. Next is the signature size ups. This is not much to talk about here. You either got Pro, Ben Simmons, or Kevin Durant. Again, it's not much to talk about when it comes to these big man animations. Either you're going to put on KD or Pro, or you may find an extra one. That's just what it is. Next is the breakdown combos. You got KD and Pro. You're going to see this a lot for a lot of these animations. Next is the escape moves. Now, this is actually a really good one. Kevin Durant, by far the best escape move in the game for bigs. There's nothing to even compare this to. By far the best one in the game. Next is the combo moves. You got KD and Pro. I would say Pro is by far the best one in the game because you can use this on a guard, you can use this on a swing, and it still would be really good. So, yeah, obviously it's going to be one of the best ones in the game for bigs. Next is the crossovers. When it comes to crossovers, you got Paolo, you got Kevin Durant. Both of these are really good. A lot of people love that Kevin Durant. I'm not really a big Kevin Durant guy in terms of the crossovers on this game. I'ma just say I would go with Paolo personally. All right, next we got the best behind the backs for bigs. Be honest, Sabonis has actually a good moving behind the back. Stand still. Not even talk about it. Kevin Durant actually is probably the most consistent all around behind the back, but it's not that great. So you just don't got that much to work with on bigs, to be real. Pro is okay, especially when you're talking about like moving behind the back. If you want to do stand still behind the back, normal is actually really good stand still behind the back. That's probably the best stand still behind the back you got. But for the most part, behind the backs is just not that great on bigs. Just don't got that much to work with. Next is the moving spins. The best moving spin in the game for bigs, I would definitely have to say KD, to be real. Next is the hezzies. We got KD and Pro. Both of these are really good. I would say KD is more all around, so you can use this stand still. You can use this coming up the court. You can use this just as a regular hezzy. Pro is just a regular hezzy. If you're coming up the court, it's going to be good. If you're trying to use it with standstills, it's just not as good. So yeah, you can use this 3-hunt. You can use this rim run. It really comes down to everything when it comes to that. Next is the step backs. In my opinion, you got Pro or Giannis. Pro is actually really, really good, so you can throw this in there. Pro is probably, I would actually even use on some swings, even some guards, especially if you're rim running. But yeah, Pro is actually really good, so I probably would just say Pro, to be real. The best triple threat in the style in the game. This is the most underrated thing in the entire game. This gives you so many different animations. This gives you like your jab steps, your pump fakes. This gives you like different escape like animations, like rhythm dribbles out of every single direction. Michael Jordan is the best one in the game, whether you're a guard, whether you're a swing, whether you're big. It doesn't really matter what you are. Michael Jordan is the best one. All right, so hopping into it, when it comes to the best dunk packages in NBA 2K26. Now, it's really a lot to talk about, but it's also not really that much. If you put on city dunks, you put on city alley-oops, you really only put it on for fun. It's kind of that simple. It's not really any other reason to put those on. When it comes to the best regular dunk packages, when we thinking of regular dunk packages, I'm thinking about the NBA dunks. We're not talking about any of the NBA players. And we're not talking about standing dunks yet. We really just talking about regular dunks. In my opinion, the best dunk package in the game, if you really want to go cheap, you got athletic hangs off one. You can put this on any build. It doesn't matter if you're a guard, a swing, or big. When it comes to the next little cheap one, you got quick drops off one. You do not have to be any type of rep to get it this year, you can just put it on. You can have quick drops off one. Those are the best 2 hands for safety dunk packages in the game, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to 1 hands, I think that's going to be going towards kind of more so NBA player, and I'm going to kind of get more into that later in the video. But when it comes to the 2 hands for safety, which in my opinion is still the best dunk packages in the game, you got quick drops and you got athletic hands. Now, are these the best 2 hands? We may talk about another one later on in this video. Now, when it comes to the big man, I guess standing dunks, you can put this on pretty much any build besides the small guards, because I'm pretty sure small guards cannot get standing dunks this year. So you have to be at least 6'5". You have to be 6'5". You have to at least be 6'5". You have to at least be 6'5". You have to at least be 6'10" for both of the contact dunks. When it comes to this though, regular standing, I like to just go with 2 hand under basket regular, and that pretty much gets the job done majority of the time. I haven't upgraded my standing dunk yet on this build. That's just what it is. But when I do, I'll be putting this on, and that's going to be pretty much what it is. You can get standing dunk packages in NBA player packages or animations, but yeah, got to make sure we go over that. Now, when it comes to contact dunks, on this build, I have a 99 dunk with a 90 vertical, so I'm able to get the elite dunks. So I'm going to get what I paid for. I put on both. It's quite literally that simple. And the elite contact dunks are nasty in this game. So that's another reason why I do that. But if you do want more variety, you don't want to see the same dunks every single time, put on as many as possible, whether you get the pro, the elite, the small, the pro, the elite, the small, off 1, off 2, it doesn't really matter. Now, when it comes to the lobs, it really does come down to what you are. If you're big, I think pro is definitely in consideration. If you're a lock, pro is definitely in consideration. Outside of that, you don't really have to put on pro. I think you have to put on pro if you're a lock, a big, doing standing lobs and stuff like that. You're going to really want pro. Now, outside of that, I just put on whatever is fun at that point. Lobs, catching lobs. I guess you kind of got to think about when people trying to take you out of lobs with jumps. But I just put on elite, Derrick Jones, Zion. Those are the ones I get outside of pro. I don't put on pro. It's that simple. Now, I kind of went over city dunks. City lobs is kind of the same thing. Contact dunks, pretty much the same thing as contact dunks for standing dunks, contact dunks for regular dunks, except you have no control over this. The only control you have is the meter. But if your guard knows what they're doing and you know what you're doing, you can kind of somewhat you can up the percentage, up the frequency of this, but you don't have nearly as much control as you do when you can do a dunk meter, obviously, because you pretty much can control that. You have really not that much control over the contact lobs. So just want that to be said. Then when it comes to the big man dunk packages for the NBA, you got a lot you can really talk about. You got LeBron, which I would argue is the best dunk package in the entire game. Whether we talking about regular, whether we talking about NBA, whether we talking about high, low, it don't matter. LeBron got the best dunk package in the game. Another one to go alongside that though, that actually is very good and underrated for years, Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is very good. Very, very, very good. Another solid one is Giannis. You got some other like big man ones, but if I'm being real, Ben Simmons don't have a high requirement. LeBron don't have a high requirement. Just put those 2 packages on, get you a standing dunk, you know what I'm saying, and you're gonna be fine. You gonna be fine. But they do got some new ones like the Amari Stoudemire. That's actually not that bad. But for the most part, those are the ones I personally would recommend the most for NBA 2K26. Alright, so when it comes to best layup packages for bigs, these are very simple. Because it's going to be options on some of them. For the most part, though, it's going to be very simple. Now, when it comes to the layup normals, you got the Zion, you got the Julius Randle, you got the Jaren Jackson Jr. In my opinion, the Zion is by far the best one, and it's the cheapest one. So you just throw that on. Now, you also could throw on default big, because default big is the free option. But I do think you'd rather just go with one of these 3, personally. Next, we got the layup reverse. Zion is the best layup reverse in the game for bigs. It's not really anything to debate here. You can really talk about the default big as well, but I would just say Zion is the best one here. Next, we got the floater. Now, this is going to be a very, very good one here, because you got Bam, you got Sabonis, you got Ben Simmons, which is also really solid, and you have Vucevic. All 4 of these are really good. In my opinion, it comes down to Sabonis and Bam, though. These are the 2 best ones. Bam and Sabonis are the 2 best ones because they go from such a far distance. The further distances you can get floaters off, the better they're going to be. That's just what it is. I think Vucevic is the fastest one. I think Simmons has its own little features that you can't really do on any other floater package in the entire game. But Bam and Sabonis are the 2 best ones. Now, it comes down to Sabonis, though, having 78, Bam having 76. I would probably have to say Bam is better because of that small difference. But without that, it's very even. Next, we got the quick scoops. The only quick scoop you can even put on is default big. It's free. So, and you don't really have no other options. They probably end up adding some more of these later on in the year, but for now, quick scoops, here you go. Next, you got the Euro steps. In my opinion, the Julius Randle is probably the best Euro step you got for bigs, but Sabonis, the Zion, both are very good. I like the fast ones, but the Julius Randle is really good if you like getting those bully animations. You want those slower ones to get fouled and stuff like that. Julius Randle's good. Sabonis is actually pretty solid as well, but I like the Zion one the most. Next, when it comes to the hop steps, you can put on default big again here, but the best one in the game for bigs, I would personally say, is the Julius Randle. Next, and last but not least for the bigs, it's going to be the layup spins. You got the Julius Randle, you got the Sabonis, you got the Jaren Jackson Jr., you got the default big. In my opinion, the best one of these is the default big. The Jaren Jackson Jr., the Julius Randle are okay. The Sabonis is okay. But Sabonis is more so for like actually like big man. It's like coming out of the post more so than anything. So that's not really for me. Jaren Jackson is actually not that bad, but it's going into a floater. That's the only thing I don't really like about it. It goes into floaters and scoops. I'd rather him just go straight up more aggressively. So I would probably go more so to like the default big, the Julius Randle, then Jaren Jackson, then the Sabonis. But if you do it based on the requirements, it probably would actually go that way too. So yeah, those are the best layup spins in the game for big man, in my opinion. Alright, so let's hop into the best pass style. Now I'm gonna be honest, the pass styles this year are actually very important this year, because there's not, I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to the best pass style in the game that I've used so far, it's not actually that high of a rating. I'm gonna be real. So when it comes to the pass styles, you got the Nuns, you got the Tyrese, but they changed the Tyrese this year. Not a lot of people gonna be going that 91 pass accuracy. I have a build that actually has 91. I made a build with 92. I'm gonna be honest, what I use on that build, I use Paolo Banchero. Paolo, from what I've used so far, has the best pass style in the game. From top to bottom, whatever you wanna use. If you wanna do lobs, if you wanna do regular passes, you wanna do flashy passes, you wanna do the rat passes, you want to do pretty much any mechanic in the game, whether it's the jump passes, when you want to do self alleys, Paolo has the best pass style in the game. Another good pass style in the game actually has been Tyrese Maxey. I've been talking about Tyrese Maxey even before this video though. Tyrese Maxey has been good. It's not the first time I'm talking about Tyrese Maxey. De'Aaron Fox has been good. So if you're on the lower end of this perspective, you got like a lower rating, Paolo. Then you got probably, I think De'Aaron Fox is at 77. I know a lot of people going to probably go around 70, then maybe go 76. So you probably will only be able to get Paolo in that area. But if you do go up to that 84 to be able to get that gold, versatile visionary, maybe go 85 to get bailout, then you can start trying to get Tyrese Maxey. But if you want to go on a higher end of perspectives, I guess you can talk about the Tyrese. You can talk about the Devin Bookers. But LaMelo is actually really good this year as well. None is actually good, but I'm gonna be real. If you got like lower end, I would still just use Paolo, because Paolo may genuinely have the best pass style in the entire game to me. So yeah, the pass speed, the catches that you get off of it for your teammates, and how fast you get out your ball, or how fast the ball gets out your hand, I would personally recommend Paolo the most. And it takes nothing to get it. It's literally just a 70 pass accuracy. It's been the best one I've used, whether I'm on a high end pass accuracy or a low end, especially if I'm on a big and I'm doing outlets. Now the only thing I say about bigs on outlets, it does do like those straight line passes, so sometimes it can be a little annoying, but I don't really have to have a high pass accuracy on my build this year on a big, because Paolo, even on a 76 pass accuracy, is really good at getting the ball down the court accurately at a high rate. So yeah, I would just say Paolo Banchero, pass style, De'Aaron Fox, Tyrese Maxey. LaMelo Ball at 84. Then you got the Tyrese. Then you got the Devin Booker. James Harden is actually 82. So I have that start as well. But yeah, those are the ones I would personally recommend. And obviously none if you don't get 70 for whatever reason. But yeah, those are the pass styles I would personally recommend. No matter what build you're talking about, by the way. Alright, so when it comes to the best motion styles for bigs, it's a couple to really talk about. But in my opinion, the best at the very top for bigs is Chet Holmgren, Drew Eubanks, DeAndre Ayton. Those are the three best ones to me. Now, the thing is, when it comes to this game, it's going to be bigs that can't use those three. So if you can't use those three, you got to go for something cheaper. I would then start talking about the Jalen Smiths, the Alexander Sars, and the Paul Reed. Out of those three, I would definitely say that Jalen Smith is the best one. But the knockoff from that, from Chet, is not that big. And then you can still even use Drew Eubanks. So then at that point, I would have to just say the bottom tier for the lowest rating is Drew Eubanks and Paul Reed. If you cannot get Drew Eubanks, just put on Paul Reed. But after that, you would say the next best ones for the next tier would probably be Jalen Smith, DeAndre Ayton, Anthony Davis, and Chet Holmgren. The best ones of that tier would probably be, in my opinion, that's actually kind of tough. That one is actually kind of tough. I probably would say Jalen Smith is my favorite one, but Chet Holmgren is actually really good as well. But all of these, at the end of the day, comes down to what you have on your build. A lot of bigs are going to have high speed or be able to get this off the speed, but are you going to be able to have the agility to get these? That's kind of the issue. So I would just say the best bang for your buck in the game right now, in my opinion, is Drew Eubanks. If you have higher than both of that, you can go Chet. But if you can't, just put on Paul Reed. But outside of that, it's kind of tough. Now, I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now, I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe. Subscribe. It's that simple. If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!